The Finance Minister Mathias Cormann is the latest federal politician to come under fire over travel expenses. Senator Cormann charged taxpayers more than $20,000 for a series of trips to Broome. But the senator's been quick to point out he's also travelled to several others and said that he had a busy work schedule in Broome. For more, we're joined live now from Parliament House by political reporter Stephen Jedget. Stephen, good morning.
Good morning.
So, Mathias Cormann, Stephen, is the latest politician to have his travel habits put under the microscope. Is there any suggestion, though, that he actually broke any rules?
No, Fiona, there's no suggestion he broke any rules, but at the moment, in the wake of the Susan Lee scandal and the general debate about parliamentary expenses, pretty much every federal politician is having their travel habits put firmly under the microscope. And this morning, Finance Minister Mathias Cormann is the latest. Now, this morning's reports focus largely on his trips to Broome. He took it was 5 trips to Broome over a period of about 5 years. And furthermore, for some of those trips, flew his wife and sometimes his wife and baby along with him. Now, none of this is against the rules, and Senator Cormann has been very quick to point out a few things. One, that he had a very busy work schedule while he was in Broome, and 2, that it's not just Broome, which is of course a very pleasant place to visit, that he's gone as a senator for Western Australia. His office has provided a long list of other regional centres that he's visited over those 5 years, Kalgoorlie, Bunbury, and another half dozen or more. So the senator is very confident he's done nothing wrong, but in the current climate, everyone is finding their travel expenses put under the microscope and finding questions put to them, including questions on the cost of flights. Many of Senator Cormann's flights were expensive. The explanation for that is largely that when you book things at the last minute or closer to the last minute to keep the maximum amount of flexibility, it's going to cost a little bit more. So the climate in Canberra at the moment means that everyone is taking a close look at exactly what they do and is being encouraged by the hierarchy from the Prime Minister down to make sure that they're spending every dollar carefully.
And Stephen, that climate has prompted the Prime Minister to pledge sweeping changes to the whole entitlement system. When exactly will we see the system overhauled?
We should see an overhaul sooner rather than later in the wake of the latest controversy. Of course, the Prime Minister has managed to secure bipartisan support from the Labor Party for these changes. There's a level of cynicism in Canberra about this because changes have been promised for a long time and as yet not much has happened. But the Prime Minister says that it's going to go to a monthly declaration, so much more regularly than we've got at the moment. There's probably going to be a curbing of some of those entitlements for family members to travel, to join politicians whilst they are on the road. And on top of that, we're likely to probably see some sort of definition that's a little bit clearer. At the moment, the system is full of ambiguity. Almost anything can be claimed as a work trip or as official travel, even as we've seen trips to the polos. So expect to see entitlements redefined as expenses, and the government says that will result in a slightly more disciplined approach being taken across this entire issue.
Stephen Jedget in our Parliament House studio, thank you.